Well, you're always complaining that you don't post what your opinions are. You have to post what the angels make you post, which isn't really like something I'm proud of. But well, then what do you want to talk about? First of all, that's not even true. I enjoy talking about this stuff all the time, but that's a dangerous one. See, when I get to speak freely, may I say this? When I get to speak freely, and people are like, what's he talking about? Again, I do live in my own little world, as I was just telling a close friend of mine. All right, but it's really a protective little world. It's not like a kooky little amusement park world, where, in fact, in fact, if anyone thinks I'm crazy, when I look at it in hindsight, it's brilliantly. In fact, it's probably something I'm not even doing to myself, which is going to be part of my topic. Um, I'm having a lot of my life steered at this point. There's no doubt about that, and that would typically cause resistance from me, even if it was a positive thing. Um, I'm wondering why that's happening. I'm having some experiences that I've always been like this, but I would say are in the category of if I was a normal person, would shake me up greatly. Um, it is only after the fact, sometimes hours, sometimes weeks later, that I fully can comprehend the gravity of something that has occurred, even if it's just a momentary thing. Um, and then when I put all of those into one big pile, uh, what the fuck am I defending myself for anymore? This shit's on, dude. This is on. And I even mentioned in a previous post, at this stage, I'm still in elementary school. You know, like little kids. Boys have a penis, girls have a vagina. Look, man, I've got people witnessing supernatural events occurring around me now at this point. Okay, and no, they're not going, "Wow, that's amazing, Don." It's as if they just knew or expected it, or it just doesn't stun them. And I think that's going to be a big part of it, because something I have not discussed. Because to be honest with you, I was considered a novelty and a joke thing, because I never thought that all the pins got settled with who's what and why. We're all angels. You know what? I don't think that's going to turn out to be true. Okay? Now, there could be light workers, there could be a lot of people. Uh, Enough time now has gone by where I think it's safe to say that there's a fair amount of people out there that clearly were the mission that are probably never meant to wake up, and at some point, something they are going to see is going to wake them up brutally. Because for quite a while, I subscribed to the idea of we are all angels or spirits going through a human experience. It'll just take a couple of days for everyone to catch up to one another. No, I don't think that's true at this point. It's just my personal opinion. And if that is wrong, it's because my opinion has been steered to avoid that. Because I've gone way out of my way to try and validate things that I would say that my guides would allow me to validate, because it brings me security and peace of mind with other people. And most of those things are on the grounds of, by the way, has this been happening to you, or have you noticed this, or do you know about that? I've had a few things come at me that I was unaware of. And a few days later, I'm like, oh my God, that's amazing. Like, in other words, I have been told or informed things, not even knowing at the time, that a couple days later, this was going to become a big deal. In other words, it was like the person had predicted not just the event, but the next topic of discussion. But as time goes on, you can clearly start deciding, no matter who you are, if your opinions or ideas or visions are true or not. Because as time does tick by, the end of the world is near. Well, after 10 years, no, after 20, after like thousands of years, like you can start saying, it's probably not going to happen, or it is going to happen. You know what I mean? And I think we're getting enough time under our belts now. And when I look at that, they clearly have me on some kind of mental drug to not have me freaking out. And with that mentioned, check this out. You ready? Okay. I want to focus on the concept, not just me. Okay, not just me. In fact, actually, the way I witnessed this was through someone else. On the concept of the archetyped construct of something in a comic book known as the superhero. What kind of superhero? Porn man. He has a giant penis. Can I do that one? No. Superman. Man of Steel, untouchable, not in the sense of the movies, but in the sense of having an immense amount of power, maybe along the lines of telepathic. someone who can have anything they want whenever they want with great discipline. In other words, the very intimidating individual because everyone knows what they can do, yet somehow or another that gift is not given to them without very explicit instructions and or a lock that guarantees that they do not abuse it. Now, why would I say that? Because, like I said, I've been seeing some things, and it's stunning me that they aren't shocking me. On the same page, it is occurring to me that, God damn, dude, I can't believe I just did that. 10 years ago, if I was able to do something like that, I would probably be on the street corner selling my concepts and doing it for money in a moment. And that is not the feeling I have whatsoever. It's the exact opposite. It's like something I hear the Indigos say. What? No matter how radical some of the shit is, it's as if it's normal to do. How that happens overnight, I don't know. But this is something that had been told to me by others, and specifically when they were addressing, which I apparently, I knew this was going to be a big, extraterrestrial angel, archangel show. Hey, I'm just telling you what I'm hearing, okay? Honestly, not trying to take front and center stage, but apparently the archangels are going to take front and center stage. This is going to be a big show for us. We're not just like working the concession stands at this motherfucker. And that's how we talk. But I was advised of something about like getting your gifts back or your weapons back, and honestly laughed it off. Dude, thought it was completely ridiculous. Okay, I have actually seen this already occurring. With somebody who didn't even is still unaware that they're even doing it, and there's no doubt in my mind about it. And what are you talking about? I don't know how to word this. Someone that is able to, through their consciousness, literally create fire out of nothing. Okay, there, I said it. But they have no control over it. It's so random that you can't predict when it's going to happen, but it's clearly happening due to their consciousness of thinking about it. Tap into that also. What? I think all of us on some level are noticing that we have been doing that, even to the excessive point of controlling weather events. It may have appeared that your mood or something changed just around when the weather changed, so you're kind of putting the carriage in front of the horse. What I'm saying is, even though the rain may have been coming or the thunderstorm may have been coming, believe it or not, so is your emotion. You're going to control that. And that's something, again, I want to emphasize, I hadn't even been thinking about, and is clearly being served up to the dinner table tonight with the same message of your prediction of 2016 was going to be what? That it was going to be a big year. But what kind of big year? The year that everyone said, wow, everyone says that every year and it never happens, and this year it did. Right. I'm definitely sticking with that prediction. All right? I'm definitely sticking with the idea that some things are going to happen in this year that if you knew what they were right now, you'd say no fucking way, and in 3 months from now they're going to be completely normal. And one of those things, I believe, is going to be the return of what I didn't even think existed. I thought even that part was untrue, that maybe that was just metaphoric, I can create fire with my mind, meant, someone who can write poetry that's very inflammatory, No, apparently you really can have and do have supernatural gifts, Like I'm building pyramids by just moving them with my mind. That's how we move the stones around. I'm kidding, but I'm not. That's what they told me. But this is gonna be something you're gonna start seeing, and you'll probably notice it in someone else before you notice it in yourself. And then you're gonna start noticing coincidences with what I would call supernatural. Keep in mind, supernatural. What does that mean? Things that are on a natural level. So I'm not talking about laser beams shooting out of eyes here. I'm talking about you having an influence on your surroundings. A hyper intense ability to control your surroundings and maybe even individuals. Your natural surroundings. You will become supernatural. In fact, to the point where you may think supernatural things are coming after you, or there's a ghost outside your door, and that may very well be an echo of you unconsciously exhibiting your new skills. Just remember I said that. Okay? Because I'm speaking freely right now. Not a topic I had even thought about until today. Never even took seriously until now. So what does that mean? I'm being steered. Why? Because it's not that easy to convince me to talk about something that quickly that I haven't even pondered. So they controlled me again. What? Well, no, we thought you'd want to talk about it, but we're going to clearly remove from your mind 3 weeks of going, I don't know if that's possible. Really what they've done is they've showed me you've been seeing that shit for the last few weeks with other people, and today we showed you do it. You did the same fucking thing. Yeah, I had something shown to me that they claim I did. And we told you right away what it was. You just didn't believe it. Well, now you know. So all of y'all get ready. Okay? Bring out the mops. Put out the lightning rods. All right? Make sure things are stable in case of an earthquake hits. Okay? And get ready to turn up the music. Don't worry. I think it's going to be a really good thing. Oh my God, he has superpowers now? I think it's going to be like, thank God. These guys have powers. They're going to protect us. Remember I said that. Peace, love, and lightning.